If you've always wanted to learn gospel guitar, but you struggled to know where to begin, today's lesson is for you. If you feel like you just want to add some gospel vocabulary and flair to your playing, this lesson is also for you. My name is Alec Lehrman. I've played on Grammy-nominated gospel records, Jonathan McReynolds and Molly Music, and I've played with A-list celebrities ranging from BTS to the Chainsmokers to Anderson Paak. And today you are going to learn what I've taught thousands of other students. I'm going to teach you 3 basic gospel licks that will get you jump started in playing this kind of music. Today we're going to be in the key of E major. So this lesson will benefit you in that you don't have to just keep strumming E major. You're going to add a couple licks and tricks to your back pocket and your toolkit. So the lesson will go as follows. I am going to show you the 3 licks, and I'm going to break it down exactly how you would use it in a musical setting. If you want a deeper dive on gospel guitar, there is a link in the description for a course that does a very deep dive on the chords and the scales and the licks and everything you need to know to play gospel quartet. So the first lick you can start playing right away is this lick. Okay. I'm going to play it nice and slow. You can follow along with the tabs, but also just note that there's a lot of ringing going on. You want this almost to sound like a harp, like the strings are ringing out close together. And you'd use this in a musical sense if you're playing over an E chord and you didn't want to just keep strumming E, you could play something like. But this little lick is a launch point. And you can slide down to like this box pentatonic shape, C sharp or E major pentatonic. So that's the first lick you can start using to really have a gospel flair. The second lick is actually the exact same pattern. It's just going to be moved to a different part of the guitar neck. So that'll look and sound like this. Really, really pretty chord. Again, you want everything ringing out like a harp. And you can actually combine lick 1 and lick 2. Okay. And then the third and final lick, we're going to combine everything in a little bit, but the third and final lick will look and sound like this. One more time. So if we're just riding on an E chord, we can do that third lick. And then just playing that E chord. And then we can do the second lick right here. One more time. We could combine the first and second lick. Now, really where a lot of stuff happens is when you combine these ideas. Like that idea, you can also experiment with, instead of this hammer-on being slower, you could do something like that. And then for these other licks, you can experiment instead of cascading down. You can go up. So of going from the high strings to the low strings, from the E string to the G string, you can actually go from the G string to the E string. It's a really, really great way to add a nice gospel inflection. Gospel guitar players use that lick all the time. So once again, just let's review really quick. We can play that lick, and then that first lick, and then we could combine everything together. Now, if you're struggling to play it up to tempo, just slow everything down. Don't beat yourself up if this stuff is a little challenging, because a lot of guitar players are used to just playing E and G and D, and a lot of gospel guitar involves some more nuanced chords. So take this really nice and slow, and don't beat yourself up if you don't get it within 1 second. You know, this stuff might take a little sitting with before you're really able to make it come out authentically in your playing. Now that you have these licks under your fingers, you're going to want to check out this video. And if you want a deeper dive on gospel guitar, you can check out the course in the description.